Here's everything that I've built in the last 30 episodes. After building that vehicle right over there using a combination of dark oak and packed mud, I ended up loving it a lot and decided to make this structure right over here. But as you can see, for its combination, I went with the color palette of dark oak, packed mud, and the terracotta. And it has turned out pretty great, and it also has a lot of different functionalities. Firstly, if I come to over here, we have this garden area, which has turned out quite awesome. I really do love the touch of the yellow dandelions. And obviously, the first functionality of it are these garden beds right over here, where we can basically plant a lot of different stuff, but in particular the torch flowers. But where are we getting the torch flower seeds from? Underneath the garden itself, because I have basically set up a snipper farm underneath the garden. And I have a pickup system, so whenever the two snippers that are underground basically end up digging any kind of seeds, they get picked up by a minecart hopper and then get sent down into this chest over here. And I've already kind of showcased the interior of this structure because it had turned out quite great. So I already have talked about it quite a lot if I'm being honest, but it still looks quite great if you're just having a look at it. And if I enter this door over here, so this is a tower that I kind of showed, and this is basically a mud to clay farm. So if you basically place mud on top of a block that has dripstone underneath this, the water is going to be drained out of the mud and it's going to get turned into clay, which then you can use to basically turn into terracotta or just use the clay balls themselves to basically fire them up, turn them into bricks, and make pots and flower pots out of them. And if I make my way upstairs, this is kind of basically the reading area. We have some food, snacks, the best of a resting area, a few things over here and there, and this has turned out pretty great too. The leaves do have a nice touch to them with the greenery. We have this balcony over here, which has not much to it, if I'm being honest. As you can see, it's kind of plain and boring, but a balcony is a balcony, and nonetheless, the top floor of this particular structure has also turned out pretty great. And then the other functionality of the structure is inside of this room over here, which is basically kind of a research area for that is being done for the pitcher pods themselves. So you can grow them over here, and after they are done growing, you can quarantine them over here. We have a few books because if you are going to be doing research, you obviously need to write it all down. Have a computer, a bit like a few bits of lighting here and there, and also research on the blocks that are closest to them, kind of like the warp mushroom over here. And yeah, this structure has turned out pretty great. I do love it a lot. And yeah, that's about it.